And we're back, guys. Welcome to the fastest minute in tennis. I'm your host, Good Energy, Elina Avanesyan, taking on fellow countrywoman Erica Andreva. Now, Erica came into this match the huge favorite, a 3-1 favorite. But listen, guys, Elina's going to get balls back. That's right. She's a defensive player, great topspin. Just going to get enough balls back to put enough pressure on Erica to beat her. That's right. She's going to make Erica beat her with her racket, and that's going to lead to a lot of mistakes, as we saw. Elina wins outright as the underdog. I told you to take her to win at least a set. How about Magdalena Frech, the favorite in this matchup, coming in against Camilla Giorgi? Well, in terms of ranking, yeah, we can see why, but in terms of gameplay, oh no. Now, what concerned me with Magdalena is she worked so hard to climb the rankings that now we do not want to see her just fall out that easily. She's got to put up a fight, but just something seems a bit off. I don't know if she's in the best form she needs to be. And Camilla Giorgi, we all know she's got one of the strongest, fastest forehands in the business. He plays very aggressive, and that's just a little too much for Magdalena to deal with. I don't know why Magdalena was the favorite in this matchup. Well, I guess she had the higher ranking, but when it comes to gameplay, Georgie all day. I told you to take her to win the second set. I felt she needed a set to at least warm up, but she did not. She came out playing very fast and aggressive, and Magdalena could not keep up one bit. Lin Zhu, Mary Boo. Now, this is a matchup of two defensive players, two long rally players. But if you follow the channel, I did tell you the last time Mary Boo played, it seemed like she was injured. Well, actually, she was injured against Potapova. And it just seems like she might need a break here. This is the matchup she should have won. However, Lin Zhu just got too many balls back, too much pace for Pliskova to deal with, and she could not hang in this matchup. Pliskova loses in straight sets. Ouch. Vavara taking on Timofeva. We saw Timofeva have her breakout coming out party this year at the Australian Open. She's not a teenager anymore like Coco. She's 20 years old. She's got a short center of gravity. She's very fast and athletic. And right now, Vavara in trouble. She could not keep up with Timofeva today. Timofeva was just too fast and athletic, just getting balls back to where Vavara couldn't get set. She couldn't get a comfortable rhythm. And before you know it, she's out of this match. Eliminated, ladies and gentlemen. Sloane Stephens taking on Angelique Kerber. Kerber, three-time slam champion, taking on Sloane Stephens, who is a two-time Grand Slam finalist, winning the U.S. Open. Now, listen, Sloane Stephens has dominated Kerber throughout their career. They've played, including today, a total of 8 times, and Sloane has won 6 of them. I told you Sloane will win the first set. She'll win the match. And it looks like Angelique, that injury that she had at the Indian Wells is lingering because she could not get balls back. She was netting. And quite frankly, it looked like she just didn't want to play. What about Emiliana Arango from Colombia taking on Tatiana Maria? Now, both defensive players in this one, much like Lin Zhu, Mary Booth. But Emiliana Arango, I love the style. I love how she wears her hat back. A lot of people think Arango's a teenager. No, she is in her 20s. But look at her do between the legs, ladies and gentlemen. She's very fast and athletic, and I'm not sure what Tatiana Maria is looking for in her bag, but she might be looking for a new flight as Arango upsets Maria in straight sets. Ouch. Same style, just too fast and athletic. Arango wins. What about Bernarda Pera, the Americans? Danielle Collins. Danielle Collins has the fastball. Bernarda Pera has the fastball. Backhand versus forehand on hard. I'm going to go with the player with the stronger backhand, ladies and gentlemen, and that was Danielle Collins today. She had to come back down a set, but we all know Bernarda Pera. She likes to come forward. She likes to hit her left down the line, but Danielle Collins was able to keep up at the net. That's good to see in her last season. Hopefully she can go out with the championship. Claire Liu taking on Petra Martic. Team Vegan in the building. And Petra Martic upset by Claire Liu. Claire Liu came to play today. The home crowd cheering every time Claire Liu did something right, and it was hot out there. Petra Martic could not hang with Claire Liu as Claire Liu gets the victory. What about Ice Veins? Linda Favortova trying to make it into the second round like little sister Brenda Favortova, taking on big game Shelby Rogers. Now, Linda came out very fast in this first set, and she would actually come back down a break to take the first set from Shelby Rogers. Shelby was up 3-1 in the first set, and that's right, Linda would actually end up winning the first set 6-4, running off 4 service games in a row. And that's little sister Brenda there putting on the shades. Too cool. But big game Shelby Rogers would be too hot, as she would come back and win the second set and the third set, and she would win the match like I told you she would, ladies and gentlemen. Big game Shelby Rogers was the pick. Aranza Roos, ladies and gentlemen, taking on Sarah Srebers-Turmo. Now, I told you Sarah just hasn't looked good. She just hasn't. She's been dealing with physical injuries, mental troubles, and obstacles to get over. And look, anyone going through anything mentally, find someone to talk to, okay? There's always someone that will listen. If you don't feel you have anyone that wants to listen or cares, there's hotlines you can call. Speak to someone, okay? Get it out. Do not hold it in. There's just a lot of players that are just dealing with the tragedy that happened here with Sabalenka's boyfriend. There's just like a dark cloud over the tournament here. It's very sad. But again, if you're dealing with something, talk to someone, get it out. Sarah Srebers-Turmo, she took a mental break and she's back, but Aranza plays too fast, too strong. Bernarda Pera is Rus 2.0. That's right. Bernarda Pera is Rus 2.0, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Rus, multiple champion on the lower level. She's got, over 15 lower level championships. She's a veteran. And this is just a matchup where she's going to play too fast. Sarah wants to slow things down with top spin. And I just don't think she can keep up with Rus athletically. And when you see Rus walking back to get her towel, she just put on a highlight reel. She wins in straight sets as the underdog outright. What about Victoria Tomova and Tamara Korpach? Tamara is always must-see TV, right? She's got a great personality. But this is a matchup here where you're taking on a veteran with an amazing backhand. Backhand forehand on hard. I'm going to go with the player with the better backhand, and that's Victoria Tomova. She's just too powerful, and she blasts Tamara right off of the court. There's nothing Tamara could do in this matchup, unfortunately. She tried, but that forehand is not going to match that backhand. Nadia Podoroska taking on Ashton Kruger. This is the matchup here where Podoroska was a nearly 3-1 underdog. I have no idea why. Now, I've talked about Podoroska's stamina in the past. I do think if she doesn't win the first set, a lot of times she's going to be in trouble. This is not clay that she prefers. This is hard. But the reality here is I think Ashton Kruger was overvalued. Why? Because Podoroska has great topspin. She's going to get balls back, and she's going to put the pressure on the younger player to make mistakes. That's exactly what Ashton Kruger did. She made too many mistakes, and she's eliminated. By the way, I love those Oakleys that Podoroska wears. They are expensive. What about Karolina Pliskova? A lot of people coming to the channel upset at her for laughing while Coco was arguing with Pierre during that exchange. Yes, guys, Pierre, he overruled multiple calls in that match, like 3 or 4, and that's not normal for a chair umpire to overrule the line judges when the line judges are right when we're looking at the replay, and he continued to do it. And the camera showed Pliskova just laughing in the background while Coco was arguing. Did she mean anything by it? Probably not. She was probably just, joking with her camp or something. I don't think it was necessarily related to what Coco was arguing and challenging and fighting with Pierre, but a lot of people thought her laughing was just unprofessional and classless. And she's not laughing about this match, as Donna Vekic, the underdog, I told you to take Vekic, comes in here with the fastball. And Vekic has the best game faces. I'm telling you guys, when she gets upset, she will give you the stank eye. Much like a Elina Ostapenko, but the problem is she's going to back it up with that backhand, and Donna Vekic wins outright as the underdog. That was an easy pick. What about big game Sofia Kenin? Sophia Kenin, whatever you want to call her, don't leave out the big game, but this match here, at least the first set, belongs to Katie Volynets, the underdog, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Katie Volynets has come through qualifiers. She's in good form. And watching this match early on, Sofia Kenin, she just cannot keep up with Katie. Katie's too fast. Sofia Kenin's one step behind. Katie's just attacking her back foot, and Sofia continues to come up short after each shot. She's getting a lot of faults. Katie stepping in on the second serve, and Katie's just doing a good job of getting balls back to where Sofia Kenin can't keep up the pace. She's not in her best form. What about Osaka taking on Elizabeth? Now, technically, I think Osaka's one of the best players on tour. Her forehand is textbooks. This is how you should hit a forehand. It's clean tennis. It's powerful. It's aggressive. And once she finds her form, she's going to be deadly. She takes the first set from Elizabeth and she walks off like there's nothing to it. Martina Trevisan, although she's injured, she's putting up a fight here against Storm Sanders rather, Storm Hunter in the first set. And it looks like Martina might even have to retire from this match because she called for the physio. She doesn't look good, but she's a warrior. Great effort from Martina. That's the quickest rundown in tennis, ladies and gentlemen. Tennis in a minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. We'll be right back. Stay tuned for more tennis coverage and free predictions for tomorrow matches.